This is the Dallas Morning News.
Welcome to the DMN Morning Debrief, everything you need to know about what's going on across North Texas. I'm Samantha Guzman. Coming up, a new report shows how World Cup games impacted the local economy. But first, the weather and today's headlines.
Today's weather forecast from our news partners, NBC5, includes plenty of sunshine, breezy conditions, and near-record heat, with a forecast high of 106 after DFW Airport reached 108 degrees Sunday, setting a new record for August 23rd. In politics, Governor Greg Abbott and U.S. Senator Tim Scott of South Carolina dismissed questions on national television about whether Texas is becoming more competitive for Democrats. Republicans are defending a U.S. Senate seat the party has long controlled, with Attorney General Ken Paxton facing Democrat James Tallarico. Abbott also defended his pause on new data center approvals that need connections to the ERCOT grid, saying Texas's independent power system needs a different approach. His Democratic opponent, State Representative Gina Hinojosa of Austin, accused him of flip-flopping on data centers for political points. Scott avoided directly defending Paxton's character when asked about past allegations and instead argued Tallarico is unfit for the Senate. In Arlington, families gathered at the Quinceañera Expo Dallas-Fort Worth to plan celebrations that can now cost tens of thousands of dollars. A quinceañera traditionally marks a girl's 15th birthday and is celebrated by many Latino families as a coming-of-age milestone. Jacqueline Camargo of Quinceañeras magazine said a relatively modest celebration in North Texas can start around $15,000, while some families spend $45,000 to $50,000. That cost is shaping how families plan, with some starting years ahead so they can save. Vendors say dresses, cakes, venues, and entertainment have become more elaborate, but families at the expo said the tradition remains deeply meaningful. And in health news, a bird-watching video game developed by a University of Texas at Dallas neuroscientist is being tested as a tool for people with mild memory loss or early-stage Alzheimer's disease. The game is called Birdwatch, and it asks players to remember birds that appear in different locations on a screen. The idea is to turn memory training into a simple, engaging activity. About 25 residents took part in a 2-month pilot program at 3 Belmont Village senior living communities, including one in Dallas. Belmont Village officials said residents showed improvements in memory confidence, mood, and engagement, and some family members noticed better attention and conversation. Neuroflight, the company behind the game, has started analyzing the data and hopes to publish results. Company officials say Birdwatch could become available as an app by the end of the year.
Hi there, Samantha here again. It's time for today's Debrief Extra. North Texas hosted 9 World Cup games over the summer. So just how big of an economic boost did the tournament provide? DMN staffer Trevor Bach breaks down the numbers.
The dust has settled on Dallas's World Cup summer. So now we have a better idea of what all those crowds actually meant for the local economy. A new Bank of America report found overall local spending in Dallas rose about 3.75% year over year during the tournament. The biggest gains showed up at businesses serving visitors. In June, when North Texas hosted 6 matches, sales income for small businesses like bars, restaurants, and hotels was up about 11% compared with the year before. That increase dropped to about 2% in July, when the region hosted 3 games. Economists say visiting fans were a major reason for the boost, bringing new spending into the region. But there's a little more to the scoreboard than that. The overall year-over-year data does not capture spending from international visitors, and other factors may have also influenced the figures. Still, the report points to a broader takeaway. The World Cup appears to have created a noticeable short-term lift for tourism and hospitality businesses, even if economists say it won't have much of a lasting economic impact. So for Dallas, early data suggests the World Cup did deliver a real spending bump, especially for small businesses, although it likely amounts to more of a temporary boost than a long-term economic transformation.
That was business reporter Trevor Bach. This segment was produced by Shannon Worley. Thanks for listening. Find more reporting and today's stories at dallasnews.com. This digest was partially generated by AI and then reviewed and edited by our newsroom staff. We welcome your thoughts, questions, and feedback at audience@dallasnews.com.